Going on, ladies and gentlemen? We back here, and as you can see, as I posted a couple hours ago, that Mitchell Robinson had signed with the Boston Celtics for $47 million. We got another trade from Shams that happened about a couple hours ago. Jaylen Brown is heading to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, who will be going to the Boston Celtics. What a trade. A bunch of trades. As we talked about before, that Jaylen Brown, he wanted to get out of Boston. He was ready to get out of Boston. And now he has an opportunity now. So now he's officially out of Boston, going to Philadelphia. Now, the funny part is, it's the fact that they played each other in the first round. And you just made Philadelphia a little bit better now. Because now, even though they don't have that, the Sixers don't have that alpha male, that OG like in Paul George, they still have an OG in Jaylen Brown, if you know what I mean. But Jaylen Brown is heading for Philadelphia as Paul George will head over to Boston. But anyways, y'all, let's get into it.
Touch that tram. Mama said pray then push. Pop said grind on wish. Coach said line up run. Whole life drawn up off that pitch. Court chalk on my socks. Bus pass in my sock too. Lunch card in my pocket. Pocket dreams that I walk through. Crossover on the clear lane. Try to cross over my fear same. Every brick that I threw up built the backbone of my name.
We run the floor. We run the floor. We don't back down. We don't back down. Every fall that we felt, put the strength in us now. Heads to the sky. Heads to the sky. Voices in one sound.
I swear, y'all, Shams is on it today. Because Jaylen Brown, he was definitely upset because of how the Celtics culture has been. He was disrespected in Boston. I felt like the more and more, I felt like he's been getting eliminated from the playoffs. He's been getting a lot more disrespect from his own organization. And it was about time for him to leave. So, even though the Celtics did acquire Mitchell Robinson, they have lost Jaylen Brown. But the good news for Boston is you still have Jason Tatum on the team. And also, you still have some shooting as well. You got Derek White, Peyton Pritchard for shooting. You got Mitchell Robinson for rebounds. So, the Celtics are not done just yet. So, as long as they have those alpha males on the team, I think the Celtics should still be in playoff contender. I don't know how far they could make it in the playoffs, potentially first or second rounders, depending on how great they mesh well together. But Paul George, he is taking a step slower as a player. This season, he averaged 17.3 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3.6 assists, shooting 43.9%. He's still pretty consistent as a player, but honestly, not the best thing because Paul George has those laps where offensively he sucks. And that we've seen that in the second round of the playoff against the Knicks when the Knicks were playing Philly. In game 2 specifically, he wasn't doing his thing. He was selling. So I think the experiment with Paul George and Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, it didn't work. So now, given the fact that Jaylen Brown is going to be joining the squad, Jaylen Brown doing his thing this season. He averaged 28.7 points, 6.9 rebounds, shooting 47% from the field. And I do like the trio of Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, and VJ Edgecombe. Now, for this to work, I really don't think that if you're the 76ers, I guarantee that VJ Edgecombe might come off the bench because both Jaylen Brown and him play similar positions, unless if they want to move Jaylen Brown to the small forward, which I don't know if that's a great idea, honestly. So potentially VJ Edgecombe could come off the bench if they decide to put Jaylen Brown at shooting guard. But if they put him at small forward, then that's going to be a trio in the starting lineup. But yes, Jaylen Brown does play small forward as well. So we have to see exactly how this trio experiment is going to work. But I do love this trio. Like we said with VJ Edgecombe, he's entering his second season. He averaged 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 43% from field goal. He's a great rookie and a great rookie that you want to have on your team. He's lightning fast. He can definitely get it done on the offensive side. He has hops, bunnies, and he's ready. Tyrese Maxey running the point guard. He averaged 28.3 points this year, 4.1 assists, 6 point. Tyrese Maxey, he was also doing his thing this year. He averaged 28.3 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 6.6 assists. So another lightning fast player that you can have on your team. So I do like this trio, and I think it's better given the fact that Joel Embiid is going to have his lapses of where he's not going to be playing, and the Celtics are going to need another star to be able to fulfill that position because it wasn't working with Paul George on the team. But yeah, Joel Embiid, he did a better job in the playoffs this year. given the fact that he was out for technically just like not I can't even talk. He was out, but not a lot of games. But even when he is in the game, sometimes he has those lapses where he can't make a shot. It's either you're choking or you're injured. Which one is it gonna be, bro? Like you gotta he has to stop with those lapses because eventually they could end up trading Joel Embiid. Who knows? But honestly, y'all, I really do like this trade for the Philadelphia 76ers because they're trying to get over the top. They haven't been to the conference finals in so long. I think since Iverson in 2001. So people like to say that the 76ers are a cursed franchise because they can't make it far. Because ever since Kawhi Leonard hit that shot against them in the second round, it's been wraps for them, and they haven't been the same. And it's either been a first rounder or a second rounder. But Jaylen Brown can do his thing on the basketball court. He is a 2024 MVP, and I think a lot of people do disrespect that, I think, saying that, hey, he's not technically the best MVP out there because that entire Celtics team was dangerous. You had Kristaps Porzingis shooting, you had Jason Tatum doing his thing, Jaylen Brown doing his thing. So that Celtics team was huge, so I think his MVP feels a little disrespected. But Paul George going to the Celtics, though, it's not that bad either if you think about it. Because now they have actually they do have a little bit more scoring, but like I said before, Paul George, he is taking a step slower as a player, at not averaging the same amount of points. Because this year he only averaged 17.3 points. So Paul George is going to have a bunch of shoes to fill going into Boston. Because Boston is still a contending team. They've just been pretty unlucky these past couple of years. So I think this is a great trade for both of these teams in general. Going into that Celtics postseason, the Celtics did blow a 3-1 lead to the Philadelphia 76ers, the first time in their franchise history that they actually blew a 3-1 lead. And Jaylen Brown was the main scorer in that series, but Jaylen Brown was fed up with it. He averaged 25.7 points in the postseason. But Jason Tatum, he was runners-up, averaging 23.3 points. So you still have him, Peyton Pritchard as well, 14.6 points a game. Derek White, he didn't do the best in the playoffs. He averaged 11.1 points a game. But you are gonna have a bunch of you are gonna have a lot of interior presence with Mitchell Robinson getting rebounds. You also have Kata inside averaging 9.3 points a game. Because Mitchell Robinson isn't the best scorer on that team, but he can provide offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. So you can get a lot of second chance points with him on the team with Jaylen Brown. I mean, with Paul George, my fault. But honestly, y'all, I think both of these teams are going to be really, really big. So, y'all, Jaylen Brown's heading to Philadelphia. Paul George, welcome to Boston, Massachusetts. You will be having some shoes to fill in Boston because Jason Tatum's he's definitely going to need some help. But anyways, y'all, comment down below what you guys think of this trade. Jaylen Brown finally getting out of Boston, what he wanted the entire time. But this is a crazy offseason. Only early July, y'all. So we got plenty more trades left to go. Anyways, y'all, that's all I got to say. Comment down below what you guys think of this trade. Anyways, y'all, that's all I got to say. God loves you. Jesus is king. Peace out, everybody.